society has created positive emotions, negative emotions. Mm-hmm. Just not the case. And we're so programmed to think that we should crave some and avert the others, which in Vipassana is the root of all suffering. And if we are implanted, if we're programmed as children to think some emotions are good, some emotions are bad, and we are to crave the good and avert the bad, we're programming children with suffering. As opposed to, hey, all of your emotions, they're just emotions. They're not good or bad. They're here to be felt. Some hurt, some don't. But hurt isn't bad. Mm-hmm. Hurt needs to be felt. Mm-hmm. Hurt needs to be felt so bliss can be felt. Yeah. So in this whole kind of, narrative in society, it's very important that we start to really change that around I feel good or I feel bad. There is no good or bad.
Yeah, they're all teachers.
They're all teachers.
And this is what this episode's about, right? It's preparing for the unknown, which is cultivating capacity, which is understanding it's going to happen. But once we think this happened to me, that's where we misidentified the circumstance. Mm-hmm. This is just happening. Mm-hmm. And so once we can recognize that, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a diagnosis, whether it's whatever the happened, how are we going to be in that space? And again, it's not to say feeling mad, sad, whatever doesn't apply here. Feel it all, but allow it all to show up.
And do not judge it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They're all teachers. And so doing that in little ways now actually is the preparation for the big side swipe that is to come. Mm-hmm. Because it is to come, because it must. Mm-hmm. And it will.
That's life.
So those little moments throughout the day where we're kind of avoiding the little emotion to come through, or we're like, because we're all programmed with what you just said, we're all programmed with that. Oh my God, to be a good boy, to be a good girl, you don't cry, you don't, whatever it is. As boys, you don't cry. As girls, you don't get mad. That's the general terminology. That's how it works. We move like that, and that's what we're set with. Okay, good. Go live your life. Oops.
Wrong.
Can't do that. So then we're programmed with it. The more we can recognize what do we avoid, and then go into that. Mm-hmm. Go into that little piece. And this came up the other day, and I thought it was awesome. Avoid dance is a dance in the void.